Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Sellavin Ask Game and Ladies Review on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, Episode 103. Right now. This is definitely gotta be one of my favorite episodes because we get to see some of our things, to see what happens after the end of last week, see what happens to Yuzu, and we get to see return one of our favorite characters. Now let's get started. Alright, starts off, then so, they're going to the hideout where the resistance is. Well, technically, it's the hideout where it's mostly like a hiding spot where the refugees and stuff are still hiding after what happened with Academia when they first when they were invading. It's basically a refuge for the city, refuge for certain any city resident and left. Apparently, Academia decided instead of targeting just duelists, people know how to fight, they start targeting regular people. We all know how that happens. And they're targeting people and not even giving them a chance. They're targeting people and not giving them a chance. And they're just, it's pretty messed up and kind of sad how you think about it. Remember they live in a dystopian world. We get to learn the name of some of the new characters. One of the girls' name is Sakuya, the other one is named Ayun. Well, we also get to learn that Yuya's dad, Sakagi Yusho, was also in the Exceeds dimension, saying that he first appeared around 3 years ago. Things were fine, and he was a good person. Like, he started entertaining, but he wasn't a coward. But one of the problems is we still don't know how he got there. Yeah, we still don't know how he managed to travel to the Exceeds dimension. He was in Heartland and 3 years ago, and he was a teacher at one of the schools. He was teaching people the true meaning of dueling, and entertainment dueling. Now, I don't know how he did it, but somehow he got to the Exceeds dimension. However, around the same time as Academia, when they first, when they first made their attacks, he disappeared. He was supposed to be their teacher, but he up and vanished, in conjunction with the attacks. That explains a lot why Kai knew. I mean, Kai reacted when he first heard Yuya's last name, Sakaki Yuya. That means he had a connection to his father, and I was right. This is just adding more to the fuel to the fire, At least we know that Yuya's dad, he didn't just disappear. He's just been traveling across dimensions, This is a big deal. So I want to know what happens next, Anyway, that's all I gotta say. This is definitely a major game change, Especially we had to know that Yuzu is still alive in this episode. And we get to Yuzu's part, and it turns out she is in the fusion dimension. She's in Academia's fusion dimension. That means she's on their home turf. Like, this is bad for Yuzu because she's on enemy ground. And one point or another, Academia will find out that she is in the fusion dimension, and the professor will send the Obelisk Force or Yuri to go after him. However, Yuri has other hand, and it's definitely very messed up. Seeing how they're gonna handle this, it's not something they can deal with at an ordinary circumstances right now, because she's by herself. She has no one to protect her. Things get problematic as people see her. They think that they know that they can tell that she's young. She's a duelist. But they think that she escaped from Academia. She doesn't even know what it is until she finds out that it's on an island. And, it's definitely very problematic. How problematic is it? Like, they think that she escaped, but she didn't escape. She never went there. However, because she's so foreign and an outsider, apparently in the fusion dimension, Academy is like the next big thing, and for duelists, they want. I mean, we can see the kids and their parents. They want to go to Academia to learn, but they have no idea that it's just to train them as dual soldiers. To invade the other dimensions, to use them as warriors. And it's not to spread love and joy and be famous, but to hurt people. And Yuzu, she is cornered a little bit. We even get to see a new type of fusion summon name, not we had to see a new fusion monster called armored, armored, full armored dog, a bull fortress. Like it's really an armored dog, two armored dog monsters. Like they're basically dogs that are like they're literally like machine dogs. Like like one's a Rottweiler, one's a pit bull, but one has a cannon on it, one could fly. We have to see that these guys are very tricky. For example, if you send a fusion card from your hand to the graveyard, they gain 1,000 attack points. Oh, this is pretty, bad, for Yuzu because she's outnumbered, I think. But just seems bleak. I don't know that we get to see a character that we expecting to see for a long time. We get to see Alexis World, or AK Asuki Hunter, Isidra. Like we get to see Alexis. She's back, and I like how, like I said, she just came in out of nowhere, and and she defends Yuzu. I mean, and it's obviously that Yuzu isn't. Obviously, she's gonna help Yuzu because she's obvious. Even though she is even though in GX, Alexis, she was a student of Duel Academy, but she's different. Like in this show, like we get to see that Alexis, for example, we get to see that Alexis uses instead of fusion summon, but ritual summon. Like that's the first time we've seen a ritual summon in this series in a while. The last time we saw ritual summon was like during season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, alright, when Yuya had to battle the fortune teller girl, the one that predicted the future. That's when he first learned how to use fusion cards, using pendulum monsters. And that was a good episode. Those episodes were definitely good. Favorite. I liked it. And she summons out Cyber Angel Vish2, and this card he just OTK. She just uses this card to OTK all those Hanamiya guys, all those patrol squad guys, right at once, and Alexis, she wasn't a pushover in GX. She's probably not going to be a pushover in Arc 5. This got me very excited. We also get to see that Alexis is a part of a group called the Yusho Dual School. That's why I say Yusho Dual School. It's a school like basically it's like a resistance, a hiding place for students who ran away from academia. That's so they can come here and hide and learn the true meaning of dueling through smiling. And we get to see the person who's in charge of it is Yuya's father, Sakaki Yusho. Like we get to know that he's still alive. But how he managed to go from the Xyz dimension all the way to the fusion is I have no idea. But all I know is that his disappearance took place 3 years ago. And this is definitely very weird. I mean, and it wasn't until years ago that Leo Akaba, Akaba Leo decided to make his plans known for world domination by traveling across dimensions and starting Duel Academy. He made it perfectly clear that he's going to dominate the world through dueling and use any means necessary. He already has his army. Does that mean that Yusho this whole time has not been didn't disappear because he ran away because he wasn't a coward, but because he was trying to stop Academia? Yeah, this just leaves a door open to a whole new pile of questions, and we get to see that things become even more rapid. For example, we get to see that next week's episode we're gonna see the turn of another Yu-Gi-Oh! Another Yu-Gi-Oh! GX character. I'm not gonna say who, but he's gonna go one-on-one with Yuya, and I can't wait to see how that goes. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Sellavin, and I was giving you on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc Side episode 103. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you.